Warriors! Good morning. Happy Monday. You may be watching this in the future, but happy day to you. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. I wanted to bring this to you today to get you a little ruffled. What I'm going to share with you, Warriors, is real talk. The fact is, there's going to be a lot of people who make a lot of money in the crypto space, but what nobody's talking about is how most people are going to get wrecked in the crypto space. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at CoachJV_. You follow me on Facebook. Everything is down below in the description. You can also join our free Facebook group and our private Warrior Academy, where we teach you the game so you can't be played. For example, we're going to be rolling out this Thursday a very strict exit strategy, which I'm going to talk about today. I want you to go till the end of the video, because I'm going to share with you what you need to do in the crypto space. Because the fact is, 1 in 3 people come in the crypto space have no idea what they're doing. They're just buying because they're hearing they're going to get rich in crypto. But the fact is, a lot of people are going to make money, and a lot of people are going to get wrecked. But we're teaching the game so you can't be played. Everything down below, you'll be able to access my portfolio. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. I'm just documenting my journey in the quantum financial system. So let's get started, Warriors. So we're going to start out by watching a video from Tika Tori. Now, this is in 2018. I want you to listen to some key words within this video. And Warriors, this game is not designed for you to win. The billionaires right now are doing things that you are not seeing. And as I tell you, as you look this way, there's a whole nother narrative going on this way. So I wanted to kick off the week with this video to get you going, to get you motivated. Now, the fact is, we're in the biggest shift in generational wealth right now. If you do this correctly, Warriors, you could set up your family for a lifetime. But I want you to think about the dot-com boom and the oil boom. Some of you had family members, maybe grandparents, that became very, very wealthy, and then they got wrecked, and it changed their whole life. For a moment in time, they had built generational wealth, and within seconds, within minutes, and within weeks, their whole wealth plan crashed because they didn't know the game. They didn't have access to what we have access to now. We have access to information. We can become our own media stations, and we have learned the game. Now, my experience is 12 years in the banking system, becoming a vice president of a bank, also understanding how to scale banks by going through CBA Executive Banking School. And I understood that basically our system is a fraudulent system. They're just printing money into infinity. You're going to get your stimulus check. And what's going to happen is eventually you're going to be on a digital dollar. And that digital dollar allows you to have money in your bank account at the speed of light, but also allows them to reduce the value of your money in your bank account that's issued by them. And that forces you to stimulate the economy. Now, the billionaires aren't doing what you're doing. They're not waiting for a stimulus check because they have the money to rush it into the market, into the new infrastructure, the financial system. But as soon as it builds up and as soon as they get you to come in, they're going to pull the plug on you. So let's watch this brief video, and then I'll walk you through and what you need to do to be ready for this biggest bull run in history.
Right. And we only knew about it publicly here.
Okay. So then here now, Goldman Sachs, this again, February 7th, most cryptocurrencies will crash to zero. Now, I remember when they said this in February, and I had, through my network, I knew that Goldman Sachs was setting up a crypto trading desk. Absolutely knew they were setting up a crypto trading desk.
And I remember you telling me that.
Right. And then, of course, they were denying it. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. Yep. Price falls down 27%. And then what do we find out? We find out here, they say BTC 0. And then we find out just before May, new trading desk. Not only that, they put $400 million to buy a cryptocurrency trading platform. Okay, so February 7th, it's all going to zero. May, we just spent $400 million just on a flyer.
And they're not the only ones.
No. So you have a lot of institutions that are coming. You had Christine Lagarde from the IMF come out. And this was, what's funny about this, Glenn, is it was all around the same time. It was almost like I can't prove collusion, but, you know, it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck.
And you know what?
It's probably a duck.
The people, they all hang out together, they all think alike. It doesn't have to be calling each other.
Yeah.
They know this game.
Yes. So IMF, Christine Lagarde says in the first part of the year, says all central banks should band together against cryptocurrency.
What this did was play into people's heads that these guys are never going to...
So think about that. All central banks should band together against cryptocurrencies, and almost all central banks are looking at central bank digital currencies.
to let Bitcoin survive.
Right.
And so people thought, this is
start
over.
selling, yeah.
So let me show you, can we show a chart of the 5 crashes? This is from, I think,
last year, right?
Last year,
yeah.
Okay. Do we have that chart of the 5 crashes of Bitcoin?
Right. Was 30%. Right. I think 4 of them were 30%, and 1 was 40%.
And this is, here it is. This is 1 year.
That's just last year. Yes. That's
Explain this.
So I had recommended Bitcoin back here, and in 2017 we just saw this massive volatility. And you got to remember, if you don't see that, you see this big move down, and you're freaking out. So every time this happens, most people...
I mean, a 40%...
Now, what's happening during that is the big money is flooding the market. They're pulling money. They're allowing you to buy out because you're freaking out, and then they buy the fear. Remember, Warren Buffett says, buy when there's blood in the streets. So what narrative is happening again? Here we are in 2021 in the biggest bull run in history. March 8, 2021, ECB President Christine Lagarde says it's out of the question that central banks would hold Bitcoin. The President of European Central Bank, Christine Lagarde, has clarified whether central banks will start holding Bitcoin now that a growing number of companies like Tesla are embracing the cryptocurrency. Lagarde remains skeptical about Bitcoin, having recently said it has conducted some funny business. Now, realize, Warriors, cash conducts way more funny business than Bitcoin does. Bitcoin is safe. It's very effective. Every single currency, there's nefarious activities, right? There's bad people in every single sector. They'll use... it's a crazy argument if you really, really think about that, Warriors. Okay, so Janet Yellen sounds the warning about extremely inefficient Bitcoin. The narrative, here we are, February 22nd, 2021. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen on Monday warned about the Bitcoin is extremely inefficient way to conduct monetary transaction. She spoke as cryptocurrency prices tumbled in the morning trading but remained above 35,000. So what you're going to be experiencing is extreme volatility. Now let's take the other hand. As they're flooding the market, because this is a news that you're going to see this type of stuff. This is in the big news stations, okay? But then behind the scenes, unless you're in the game, you're not seeing this type of stuff. Unless you're constantly studying this, you're probably not seeing, or you don't know who Michael Saylor is from MicroStrategies. Michael Saylor literally had a conference. Look at how detailed this is, with 10,000 CEOs talking to them about the benefits of getting into cryptocurrency. Look at this, Bitcoin MicroStrategies with Michael Saylor and Ross Stevens. You have Coin or Kraken in here. What else do you have? You have, where was the one I saw? There's some pretty remarkable people in here. You got Digital Presentation with Mike Novogratz. I mean, look at these. These are heavy people in the game. Fidelity Digital Assets. It's wild. Kraken, Grayscale Investments, Warriors. This was a huge conference convincing CEOs that Bitcoin is the best place to be in their assets, okay? Then Tesla buys 1.5 million in Bitcoin and plans to accept its payments. So this weird, confusing thing going on, right? Because you're used to watching the news and you believe the news, and that's where you get your information from. You've been programmed that way. But what happens is, Warriors, and here's what's going to happen. Well, let's look at JP Morgan. Remember, Jamie Dimon said cryptocurrency is a fraud. I've said this a million times. This was back in 2019. JP Morgan is rolling out its first U.S. banked cryptocurrency to transform payment business. This is crazy, Warriors. So Jamie Dimon is the one who said cryptocurrency is a fraud. The reason why I bring this up, and I want to remind you about this, Warriors, because I want to protect you, okay? I want to protect you, the investor. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advisors. This is real talk. Most of you, they're going to get the cryptocurrency space. 1 out of 3 people know zero about cryptocurrency. They just get in because somebody else is getting in. Okay, that's a fact. And if you get into something, you have no idea what you're doing, you're going to get wrecked, Warriors. You're in the biggest bull run in history. None of us can predict the top. None of us can predict the bottom. One of the most important things you need is a solid exit strategy and surrounding yourself with people that you can communicate with and start to understand the market cycles, right? There is technical analysis. There's going to be a bunch of YouTubers telling you how to get rich, which is important, right? You need to learn that type of stuff. But what's more important is to understand emotional discipline. Emotional discipline, just like fitness, just like workouts, just like your work life, just like organizing and scheduling your day like I do every single day. You need emotional discipline when it comes to investing. If you do not have an exit strategy, you are going to get wrecked. That's a fact. Because what will happen is, as everything's going up and you're getting super excited and all your friends are talking about how rich they're getting, guess what? The big money is getting ready to pull the plug on you. And if you don't set a solid exit strategy that is yours and yours alone, and you don't become extremely, extremely disciplined, you're going to get wrecked. You have to know when to get out. When you're ready, Warriors. Don't wait until the top because you will miss it. And so what's going to happen, Warriors, is the back end of this year, a bunch of people are going to get wrecked because the marketplace is going to crash and they're going to get a bad taste in their mouth. So down below in the description, we have a free Facebook group. I have my Coach JV podcast. I also have my Instagram page, CoachJV_. But most importantly, we have our Warrior Academy. Now, what is the Warrior Academy? For example, last Thursday, we had our exit strategy presentation. By this Thursday, within our Warrior Academy courses, we're going to have an exit strategy built out that Warriors can go in and build their own and practice their own exit strategy. I show my portfolio. I'm not a financial advisor, but I show you exactly what moves I'm making. We have a Discord with over 600 Warriors specifically in there active now. We have cryptocurrency courses. We also have a 120-day challenge. You work out with us, creating emotional discipline and fitness discipline. Subconscious mind programming around wealth. It's a comprehensive program, Warriors. But most of all, you're surrounded by people you can ask questions of. Because the key is 1 in 3 people do not know this game. And most people are going to get wrecked in the cryptocurrency space. So it's all good until we lose the money, right? So let's create some emotional discipline. Let's get fired up. Let's become the uncommon 1%. Let's help as many people as possible regain the money that they deserve. Warriors, rise. Let's go.